So welcome back to the channel, guys. On this video we're gonna be going on how to prepare yourself for ranked. Now, as per usual for these types of videos, I got us a handy notepad. So how do we prepare for this? Now, the first thing that you want to go ahead and do is obviously you want to practice your B&Bs, right? Whatever they may look like, right? And then you go into your drink. You also want to practice your button presses, right? Make sure that you got all your combos correct, right? Making sure that your DPs is clean, making sure that you're ready to do them on a hat's notice, right? I'm doing the shortcut, that's why. But making sure your DPs are clean so that you're able to do it on a moment's notice, right? And this would also include routes that go into your super, right? You want to make sure that you're prepared to do that, especially if you're like a Jamie player or something like that, or if you take a unique route. You want to make sure that you're prepared to go ahead and do that however it may look. And this may obviously, first one is pretty obvious, right? With that being said, the next thing that you want to do is start to record your opponents doing random jump and record your opponents doing drive rush. Now this is for the obvious reasons, but naturally you don't gravitate to this option because normally you guys just boot up the game and start going in raw diggity. You don't want to necessarily do this, right? So obviously how we do it is that we just set the recording to just walk around like a normal person, and then they're gonna jump, right? Then we'll set another one, right? Is moving around, and then have them drive rush at you. Now the reason why we do this is that these are two very common options that your opponent will do. I forgot I'm using a different character. I forgot I'm not using Manon, but that's why I reacted with DP. So with that being said, you want to be prepared, right? Attempt to practice reacting like so, right? Just warming yourself up to prepare for whatever your opponent might run at you with. Naturally, this is not my main, so when it comes to how to check, I'm not used to checking with his crouching medium punch, but that's essentially how you want to go about doing it, right? Right, just preparing yourself like this, watching your opponent, what they like to do. If they happen to jump, then we're ready for it. If they happen to just drive rush at you, we're ready to whiff punish them as so. So if you clicked on this video, I'm sure you need some help. Lord knows I did at some point. But here's the thing, you want your favorite content creators to come and help you, but let's be real, they're charging like $60 per hour. You don't need that, but when I got you good. Over on this channel, I do free coaching sessions on Tuesdays and on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. EST. So what does that look like? I essentially go over your matches. I give you tools so that you can succeed the next time you open up rank. So once again, join my Discord. Wait till I'm live either on Tuesdays or on Thursdays 6:30 p.m. EST. Be there or be square. And yeah, I'm not your favorite pro, but I'm available. Those pros are not available. So once again, join the live, get better, and I'll help you improve. Back to the video. I was mid talking, so that didn't work out as planned, but with that being said, that's generally how you want to go across it. These help you get used to what your opponent will do in your matches. They will drive rush at you, okay? Especially if they're in diamond, they will drive rush. If you're platinum, they might drive rush, but they will jump, okay? When they're at diamond, they will do both. So essentially preparing ourselves for both encounters will allow us to play a lot more consistently, and it shuts down their best options. So now they actually have to engage with you, try and whiff punish your joints. They actually have to play the game, right? On top of which, if they're not ready to check your drive rush, right, then we get routes and we get plus frames and we get all of it included, right? So we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of this at all times. with that being said, let's move on to the next part. So the next part is something we just need to talk about. So you need to go into casual match, play 1 to 2 first to 3s. Okay, the reason why is that although you are ready in game to check drive rushes or jumps or whatever have you, you need to go into the game and actually play the game to warm up. And now the reason why I specifically say not hub is because hub is completely random, right? There's no such MMR, there's no skill-based matchmaking involved at all. With casual, this is not the case. When it comes to casual, it does keep people around, and it's very loosely around, but around your skill level. Okay, so what you'll receive, for instance, I'm like 1600. When it comes to me, I'll get people in like 1500, 1400, 1700, and I'll also get diamonds and maybe plat 4 or 5, maybe, right? But generally I won't get put up against like silvers or gold because they're not around my rank. So that's why I say not the hub. If you go to the hub, you very well might get someone who's bronze, right? Or rookie. You very well may get those ranks. Now you may come across someone who is new challenger, but that may be the case that they have another character at a higher skill level. So as a result, you know, they will match you up together because they think that you're around the same skill level. Okay, with that being said, the last thing, which is optional, okay, is that you may want to decide to go over the things that you lost to in the previous session that you had, right? So let's talk about an example of this. Like, for instance, let's say that you were fighting where's Ken? Let's say you were fighting Ken, right? And you really felt as though you couldn't do anything, and you felt as though like you know, he was just mashing DI and he was going for this the entire time, right? If you feel like he was just going for this or going into from Dragon Lash into pressure the entire time, right? We should look into options into how to deal with this, right? Now our options out of this obviously would either A, try to perfect parry the initial hit, try to perfect parry the second hit, right? Try and perfect parry the first hit is a good way to deal with it, right? But you may or may not get it. You can try perfect parrying the second hit, but you also may or may not get it. However, if you see this, you can definitely punish it, right? And if you feel so inclined, right, you could also go for this to get better drinkage, get the full thing, and then you go party time from there, right? So essentially you want to lab over the things that you lost to in the previous session and see how you can improve and optimize so that the next time you fight a Ken or the next time you fight that Ryu player that got you, you won't get got again. Because a lot of people, they just queue into ranked, and not looking at what they can do to improve, just thinking that if I play enough, I'm going to improve. And this is not the case, okay? It doesn't automatically mean just time put in doesn't automatically improve your results. You need to make sure that you're going over the content that you lost to and making sure that we have answers so that the next time that we come across it, we don't get cooked. Really important. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know in the comments below what sorts of training videos you want to see next. I'm more than willing to go over them, and have a good one, y'all. Peace.